Well, welcome back. Next, we're going to do honey sandballs, one of my most favorite cookies. They're sweet, they're small, they have nuts and sugar. What else could you ask for? And they're also very buttery. I'm going to start with a cup of butter, a half a cup of sifted flour, which we're not going to use till later. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this right off of the tray so that we don't have that in our way. And I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of honey. I'm going to use 2 cups of flour. I've got a teaspoon of vanilla. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I have 3/4 cup of walnuts. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop those. Okay, that's about all that takes to do these. So we're going to go ahead and start putting our recipe together. First, we're going to take the softened butter that I've got it all cubed, which helps it get soft faster. And we're going to go ahead and put that right in the bowl here, the bowl of my mixer. I'm using the KitchenAid 5-quart for this. Okay, so now we're going to add in the powdered sugar, and that has been sifted prior to coming into the camera. So we've got our butter and our powdered sugar, and we're going to go ahead and get that all mixed up. Okay, that's all creamed together very nicely. So now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and add the honey. This adds such a nice flavor and sweetness to this recipe. Just love it. Okay, we've got our honey in. And I'm going to add the salt. That's just a 1/4 teaspoon. And I went a little heavy teaspoon of vanilla, because I just really like the taste of the vanilla. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the flour. Now when you add flour, you want to start that kind of slow, because otherwise you're going to end up with a flour explosion all over you in your kitchen. And once it starts forming into a dough, then you can start speeding it up just a little bit until everything is thoroughly mixed. Last step, we'll be adding our chopped walnuts. You don't want to do that and have them all get crunched into a powder. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. There. You can see that on the beater. Okay. I'm using the Pampered Chef half sheet. It's a nice size for baking things like this. You give them a little room to spread out in. Okay, we've mixed this very thoroughly, because you don't want one cookie to have a whole bunch of walnuts and one to have hardly any. So I've mixed it thoroughly. I've gone ahead and sifted some more sugar, powdered sugar, because I'm going to use that to roll them in after they're baked and they're nice and cool. You only bake these at 325 degrees. My oven's all preheated and ready to go. Make them about an inch, inch and a half in size. You don't want them too much bigger, and leave an inch or so between each one on your baking sheet. Don't want to go more than 14 to 16 minutes. Keep an eye on them after about 12. If you see them starting to get brown, get them out of the oven. They will harden up once you leave them to sit on your cooling rack. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm using this little ball thing, and we'll see how that works for size. Okay. Try to make them uniform. You can do it with a spoon, however you're comfortable, but I had this in the cupboard and thought I would go ahead and try to make them small. It keeps some of my elves away from them. I have to put them in the freezer when they're done till I'm ready to tray up for Christmas, because I do have a few elves who really like these cookies, Ben. That's my brother. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish rolling these up, and then we'll put them in the oven and bake them. They're all rolled and ready to go in the oven, again at 325 for 14 to 16 minutes. I'm going to start checking them again at 12. Don't want them brown, just cooked. Okay, the timer's gone up, so we'll start these out. And as you'll see, they don't spread a lot, but they do spread just a little bit. And they don't have brown edges, because you don't want to let them go that far. So I'm going to put these on a cooling tray. Okay, so now I'm just going to let these cool for 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to put in powdered sugar, roll them in, let them get nice and sweet, and then we're just going to drop them in a storage container for now. Okay, we're on the final step of our honey sand balls. This recipe is from cooks.com. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to put them in powdered sugar. Give a little shake off and set them in. These are sweet and yummy and easy. They're great with a good cup of espresso. Show you what it looks like. We'll get a close-up when I'm done, but for now I'm just going to push them all in some powdered sugar and put them in a container.